panicking because I cannot find the stupid trailer. Where is it? Is it here?
I'm talking silence. They unravel the tale. Every twist, every turn, never fail. Movies, TV shows, they end life in style. In the realm of Hannibal, they find a big eye. I'm talking silence.
Welcome to Talking Silence, and welcome to the watch party for Hannibal Season 2, the premiere. I'm 1/4 of your co-host. My name is Ryan Cam. Jacob Collins is here. Jason the Old Millennial is here. Matt Wyatt is here. Fellas, how you doing?
Doing good. I'm just excited to get into the Season 2 premiere.
As we all are. It was a bit of a slog getting through Season 1 for us because, life stuff and all of that. But Season 2, we are on the precipice of. The Season 1 finale was awesome. And so, yeah, definitely whet the appetite for this one. So, we're doing this watch-along style. This is Hannibal Season 2, Episode 1. And it is a name that I cannot... I definitely, for sure, cannot pronounce, but I am going to try my best. I called it Kensuke so many times, even though I know it is not that. It is Kaiseki. That's as close as I'm getting.
Sounds good.
But this is part of Hannibal that I have never seen. Like, I've seen most of Season 1. Now I'm in uncharted territory, and I know these guys, or I know a bunch of us have seen the show all the way through. I have not. So I'm in uncharted waters from here on out.
I think Jacob's the only one that has, hasn't he?
Yeah, I'm the only one that has.
I have not. I have not watched it all the way through. This is going to be my first watch for the Season 2 premiere.
Yeah.
Well, like I said, we are doing this watch-along style. I'm doing this on Pluto TV. I will be getting ads.
Me too.
So,
I'm doing
So,
this
Jason,
on my
you-
Voodoo, so
Yeah,
Jason,
so
if you-
let us know when you do have ads, because I'm watching it on AMC Plus.
Okay. All right. Well, with that in mind, we are about to get started. But if you like this stream, leave a like, subscribe to the thing. We would greatly appreciate it very much. Without any further ado, I'm ready. If you guys are, I will give the countdown seconds and we will start. So, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, play.
cheese.
Man, you're under arrest for murder.
4 of the lures are made from materials including
Because he was saving your...
The only thing I know about this season is that there was a poster with Will Graham in the, not the classic Hannibal mask, but like a clear version of the mask.
Nice.
Mm-hmm.
I wonder if we'll
Yeah.
get that at some point.
Yeah, because I always saw the Hannibal
Where you
mask
at,
on
okay?
Will Graham.
Where are you at?
I am exactly a minute in.
Yeah. About a minute, a little over a minute now.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
Hannibal is cutting a piece of meat with
Yeah.
lust in his eyes,
Mm-hmm.
while Jack Crawford stares him down very menacingly.
Yeah, he stares them down, gives them that look. Wonder what that be.
Like, you don't like dinner?
Oh shit, oh shit, oh shit.
Going down.
What?
It's going down for real.
Oh my god.
Oh no.
Oh,
They're going right at it.
Oh my
right
god.
in the hand. He pulled
He
that
threw-
right out.
Yeah, he threw the knife in his hand.
was a decent-
So clearly, this is like mostly. I have a feeling that this is going to be a flash forward.
Yeah,
This
yeah.
this can't be just what happens right off the bat when he
Deny
just
that
finds out
or deny without the secretaries.
Hannibal's behind this.
There's more to this story.
Like they're pulling this flash forward sequence.
I'm not gonna lie, this is awesome. Oh
Yeah. Oh shit.
Like Fishburne,
Oh.
I mean,
fresh ground pepper.
going back to his Matrix
Ooh.
days.
Wow. Morpheus, you're getting rusty, bro.
Yeah. Morpheus.
It's like, I got your knife. He goes, I
Morpheus.
got it. He said, I got a rag.
I'm no fridge door expert, but those don't open like that fast.
Dude, I didn't know. I forgot that Hannibal can actually fight.
Those knives are sharp.
Surely he's
Yeah,
prepared for a scenario like this.
So obviously he had training.
I like that he just does this with the cutting board and he holds the knife. He's like,
Yeah.
I mean, he was able to throw a knife and get a good aim like it was nothing.
Yeah.
Like he just snapmared this man.
oh, Ryan's gonna appreciate that wrestling move. He's like, he just
And the name is John Cena.
Who just turned heel.
Because every time every time there's a wrestling sequence, I always think about the John Cena theme.
It took him 18 years, but he finally.
Holy shit! Damn, you just got him right in the neck.
That's not good.
God damn.
Yeah, you're not walking that one off, Mr. Crawford.
He's like, yeah, we're really going there.
Yeah, you're not gonna last very long.
This was on NBC.
I know. This was 12 weeks earlier, so this is like a 12-week time jump.
Yeah.
you know why it's 12 weeks early?
Last-
Because there's 13 episodes.
No shit. Yeah, no shit. So yeah, this is going to be pretty much the finale. They're trying to keep us in the suspense. What happens next?
Well, that's.
I will say the
that's-
finale is one of the best finales of like the whole series. Like I was watching.
It looks promising. It looks like they're hyping us up with the tease.
Oh, it is
Just giving us
sad.
a taste.
It is one of the saddest and greatest finales of all time.
You know what it reminds me? It reminded me of Breaking Bad. There's a flash forward sequence that was leading up to the final season.
They do that show
For
Better
the
Call
finale.
Saul all the time. Like it's all black and white. And
Yeah, because this is by Frank Gillen. Fuck, the same showrunner from
Vince
Breaking
Gilligan.
Bad. Yeah, Vince Gilligan. That's his name.
so I've been watching Better Call Saul, and they keep doing like the flash forwards and stuff, and I'm just like, I don't give a shit.
Oh yeah,
about
they've done that. But they've always done that from the start. They've done that from the start of the show for Better Call Saul, showing you the events of post Breaking Bad epilogue.
Yeah, Jason, you ever see Breaking Bad?
No.
Oh, dude, you gotta watch that show. It's technically my favorite show of all time, easily.
Man, you know how much little effort I put into making supper? It's a microwave usually or an oven, and it takes.
I'm jealous. I'm jealous because I wish I can cook as good as Hannibal Lecter because I'm not even a cook, and I would love to learn how to cook like him, no matter how sick and twisted he is.
This man Hannibal is like popping open like fresh like sea urchin and like
I
doing
didn't know what-
sashimi.
What are they eating?
Yeah, like I said, I know the orange stuff was sea urchin. My years of watching Chopped have shown me that.
Beer.
I like how he tells me you have to investigate me. It's for my best interest. And I'm like, how would that benefit you? That would actually make you worse because they're going to take everything like they know about you and investigate you.
He's using chopsticks, so it's like Asian food.
I think the meal is called keisaki because every episode is named after a dish.
Sounds Asian. Japanese maybe. Yeah.
Will just wanted to sit out there and go fish. That's all he wanted to do.
Yeah, he just wanted to go fish and mind his own business.
Something you can only find in pure Michigan.
It's a Michigan commercial for sure.
I don't know why. I had a nightmare last night that I was in a lake, like boating in a lake, and all of a sudden there was alligators and snake and pythons in there. And I'm just like, everything in this lake wants to kill me. Must be Florida.
Oh, here's the deer again. He's having his little episode.
Always that darn deer.
What is this man and his obsession with deer?
Well, you've seen in the finale.
Oh God, this douchebag. I hate this fucking guy. God, I can't stand him.
That's Dr. Chilton, from he's in Silence of the Lambs. He's the one that, in Silence of the Lambs that tells Hannibal Lecter, oh, you're not getting that deal. Haha, at the end, remember when Hannibal's on the phone says, I'm expecting a friend for dinner.
Graham is more obsessed with deer than like Harry Potter, and his Patronus was a stag.
Definitely, his Patronus would be a deer for sure.
I guess if he were a Patronus, he would be a deer.
It would be a deer.
Well, no, in the finale, in the season 1 finale, he saw the Chesapeake Ripper at Hannibal as the deer.
Yeah.
So that's why.
So pretty much. So you're saying is that Hannibal is the deer that he's visualizing.
Yes. That's why it's actually Mad Mikkelsen's face. The deer's model, man deer.
Oh yeah, that's right. This guy a little trippy. I mean, this looked like it could have been on HBO. This felt like an HBO series and not a network show on NBC.
I feel like the biggest downfall for the show was it was made on NBC and not like on like HBO or something. I think it would have been like they got at least 5 seasons because the original plan was for 5 seasons for the show, but then after the season 1 ratings weren't as high, they said, "Oh, we're gonna make it like 4 seasons."
That rising from the lake. You're David Lynch, sir.
Well, that was just the opening of the show. Okay, I got commercial.
I got ads. I got
5 ads.
Yeah, the female that's Jack's boss. She's the director of the FBI. The girl from Sex and the City.
I remember. I recognize her.
Cynthia Nixon.
The redhead.
No, she was not the redhead. She was the
she was the redhead on the show.
Okay, straight test, Matt. You failed. I know that. Yeah, she was on that. She was on that show, and which I think because I think Brian Fuller was friends with her or something. Because at the time, she was running for like governor of New York or something like that when this show was airing. Yeah, and I was like, she has no shot. I was like, because back then, an actor or they only wanted politicians in 2014. They wanted only politicians to be, politicians.
California.
Actors becoming politicians,
And
like Schwarzenegger
or businessmen. That's
or Jesse Ventura. Jesse Ventura turned from actor to governor of Minnesota.
I think the only person at that time was like Army.
Would you like to talk about the Twin Towers, Mr. Wyatt?
Or do you want to talk to Twin Towers, Mr. Wyatt? I got time to bleed.
That was my bad Jesse Ventura impression.
Twin Towers.
The craziest thing, like 3 wrestlers, actually no, 2 wrestlers. 2 wrestlers became politicians. Like, remember Kane became like...
Arnold became a politician at the time in the early 2000s as the governor of California.
He's a mayor.
Tennessee.
Yeah, mayor, yeah, Tennessee, and then like Jesse Ventura became like the governor of something. Like,
he became the governor of Minnesota. I know that. Minnesota's 93X rocks.
I'm waiting for John Cena to become the governor of California.
Or Massachusetts. I mean, he was born there.
Yeah. John Cena. You can't see me. He's gonna be in the debate. You can't see me. John Cena, 5 feet.
No, he'll be Peacemaker if he were the governor.
His political opponent. We can all see you, sir. Right. I'm back. I am back. Hit play. I'm back.
I'm back too. I'm about 9-10 in.
You were born in someone's program. Were you afraid that
Oh, yeah, that's something different.
you the advisor against it?
Very thinly veiled attempt at why did you file that report, woman?
No. The lapse in judgment is misconduct. There'll be an internal.
I don't understand this logic. Is it emotionally hurt him or physically? Because physically, she didn't do shit.
If you arise, you're going to get fired. You
Oh, I forgot. Stephen Lightfoot was one of the producers on this show. Stephen Lightfoot would go on to write the Punisher series.
Oh, interesting.
Season 1 and 2. Yeah, he was a showrunner for the Punisher.
generally
Okay.
That makes sense.
Do you know who one of the executive producers and one of the staff writers this season was? Don Mancini,
Okay.
Chucky creator, who wrote all the Chucky movies. Wrote every single Chucky movie.
Huh.
Was like one of the head writers on the show this season. He's a good writer, though. I'm gonna say he is a great writer.
Oh, that's good. Right.
Ugh. What the hell? There's a rotten corpse.
Or it's probably just the lake. Lakes smell terrible.
Mhm.
This would be a normal Tuesday in Florida.
I mean, not gonna lie, that there's a lot of accuracy in that statement.
Only difference is an alligator.
He's like, yeah, it's so funny because it's true.
The only difference is be an alligator, a meth head with an alligator chewing on his corpse.
This almost that sequence almost looked like it belonged in the prequel to 28 Days Later, 28 Seconds Later.
Yeah. The prequel.
Is this connected? The crossover.
Or 28 Minutes Later.
Seconds, minutes.
Or 28 hours later.
Ooh, that's
What do we have? We have 28 days later, 28.
days
Weeks
later, weeks later. We're getting years later in a few months.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so we still got some more times we can put in there.
28 months later. Everybody was hoping for 28 months later, but then Danny Boyle said that time is already surpassed, so we have to make it years.
It's like, no, yeah, we're gonna do years instead of months.
28 weeks, 20. Yeah.
I mean, you could, but you couldn't do hours. What about hours? They're prequel.
He said the original plan was for it to be called 29 days later was the original plan for the second one to be called. But then he decided to call it 28 weeks later because he said when the Alex Garland was writing the script, and that's why it's called 28 weeks later. He said, what happened 28 weeks after?
Like, they're gonna run out of.
I mean, there could be many
28
prequels that you could do
centuries
28
later?
minutes later, 28 hours, 28 centuries later.
They already have the title for the next movie too. After 28 years later, it's going to be called 28 Years Later 2, The Bone Temple. I'm just like, call it 29 weeks later or 29 years later. I mean, don't call it that. That's terrible.
Or 56 years later, because that's 28 times 2.
Yeah, there you go.
Oh shit!
28. 28.
They show a little bit of the deer's foot, and that was Hannibal walking near this cell.
Let's say Hannibal's the deer. It'd be funny if Hannibal actually dresses like a deer to fuck with him, and then takes the deer costume off.
Just to fuck with it, playing mind games with them. Just wear a fucking deer.
I watched this movie called Freddy Got Fingered, and I got an idea.
Yeah, it's weird. I showed my
Don't
niece
even
that
remind me of that fucking movie.
I showed my 15-year-old niece. I showed her that movie this week, and she was just like, she never swears. But she said, what the fuck is this movie? Couldn't be mad because it was really funny. It caught me off guard. Where she said it's really good though, but she said it's really weird.
Wow.
I was like, that's my niece. Said it was really good, but also really weird.
Yeah, you'll appreciate that, Jason. That's an Electric Light Orchestra song. I can't get it out of my head.
It's a good song.
God, he's such a gaslighter.
Maybe, yeah, he's like Palpatine from Star Wars. He's like, maybe if only we could do this. If only we could have a clone army. If only someone could lead the army. Like I remember
Oh
watching.
God, this scene with Will Graham. It's like he's warning. He's telling him that there will be reckoning. Oh, between the two of them is just so good. He's not buying into his bullshit.
Like he looks down like, we'll see.
God,
No one believes you.
they added such like fucking intensity between the two of them.
Like Hannibal just looks down like, nobody believes you. Nobody.
Yeah, it's like he doesn't care. It's like, what do you got to prove? Your word against mine?
He says, I can go right now, eat someone's face, and then drop it off in your cell, and they'll somehow still believe it's your face that you did it.
I
And
have
he
got
says,
ads.
Oh.
Yeah.
that is
Yeah, there's a lot of tension in that cell between Hannibal and Will Graham. That was just pure
like,
gold.
he knows now because this is not like he doesn't like he actually knows. He knows.
Yeah, he's like, dude, you're not gonna fuck with my head anytime soon. Look, dude, I know you're full of shit.
That whole sequence there was better than some episodes of season 1. Episodes, plural.
It does seem like that. Yeah, season 2 is going to be a lot of major
Season
improvement.
2
over
is
season
like a
1.
9 out of 10.
Gonna be different, huh? Yeah.
Season 3, I will say, season 3 goes in a different direction because it's trying to adapt 2 books in one season,
Mhm.
but it's still good.
Yeah, around season 2, it just feels like all bets are off and the gloves are off the table. Gloves off the table.
So season 3 is the final season, so it's trying to adapt 2 books in one season. So you feel like, okay,
Is it the 2 books of Red Dragon and Silence of the Lambs or something?
no, it's Hannibal, the book Hannibal.
Oh, Hannibal and Red Dragon.
But they do the book,
That's
even
right.
though Hannibal comes after Red Dragon, they do the book Hannibal first, and then they do
All
Red
right.
Dragon.
Okay.
Gotcha.
To which I'm just like, that's a weird way to go. But Brian Silver,
It's a weird order to go in.
they do also even touch Hannibal Rising in there too. They even throw a little Hannibal Rising in there.
Mm.
I too am aware of the samurai.
So, what do I get the feeling that we'll probably get a little flashback of this backstory of Hannibal Lecter?
Well,
If you're saying that they touched on a little bit of Hannibal Rising, which
I
was
can't
hints the
say,
prequel,
but, like,
so I have a feeling if they wanted to like give a little bit more opportunity, they have the opportunity to tell a little bit of a flashback.
You have to wait and see. But it is, let's just say, if you hate Hannibal Rising, you're going to hate some shit they do in this next season. But if you love Hannibal Rising, you're going to love it. If you hate the book Hannibal, and if you hate Hannibal Rising, you're going to hate next season. The first 5 episodes of next season. First 5 episodes.
I did not like Hannibal, I can tell you that.
I mean, I never read the book, so I can't compare it.
It's literally similar to the fucking movie. Let me tell you that much. It's very similar to the movie. Yeah. But there is some things they do a little bit better though.
I'm getting tourism ads for Manchester in the UK. I am not in the UK. All right,
Dude, they show YouTube ads with a bunch
I
of
get
foreign
ads.
Mexican
get
showing a
ads.
lot of ads that are not even English. There are times that happens.
I keep getting
Which I have
ads.
nothing against it, but hey, like you're showing the wrong ads on the wrong in the wrong region.
I thought my account was hacked because I kept getting ads for like toothpaste for in Spanish. And I'm like,
Yeah, I got a lot of ads that every now and then
okay,
that
that's what it
they
was.
throw in ads that are in Spanish, and yeah, that's fine if you want to show it, but are you really sure you're showing it in the right region?
Like I don't
Guys,
live in South
you all
Texas. What
you
the
all
hell am I
missed
getting
it.
ads?
You all missed it, but Hannibal just got tested for COVID.
Oh, we're back on. We're back on.
Yes.
Oh, I didn't know we're back on. Y'all know we're back on, right, guys?
Yes.
Apparently, when he said it was testing for COVID, then there you go. That was pretty
Well, he
clear.
didn't say we're back on, so I was like, he said, "Okay." I'm like, oh wait.
That's-
That always makes me feel like because I always like when I go to the doctor a lot, I like to get tested for strep throat just to be sure if I'm ever coughing up a lot of mucus, and it just reminded me of that. I'm like, ugh, I hate.
Oh yeah, I got tested for COVID. I got tested for COVID twice during the pandemic, but I never got tested positive. It came back negative.
Ugh, yeah, I hated
got
that.
tested. I get tested literally once, came back negative. I could have sworn I had it.
Yeah,
And
we had to go through the drive-through. We had to go through the drive-through for them to get us COVID testing. We couldn't go inside the place at the doctors, so we had to drive
You didn't even
through.
get the sucker at the end of your drive-through visit.
Like I literally was texting my boss. I'm like, listen, I may have COVID, I may not. I'm getting tested right now. And he's like, well, if you have it, then we'll cross that bridge. And then nurse comes out like 5 minutes later. She's like, you're negative. I'm like, how? I've been coughing for 2 days. And I'm like, you know what? I'm not questioning it. And there I went.
You ever sometimes call bullshit on them? Like they test you, you go to the doctor, you're like, fucking bullshit. I know that there's something wrong with me. Like I'm coughing up mucus. I'm on my deathbed over here.
Okay, this fit right here is definitely Morpheus. The trench coat, the glasses.
It is. It feels like it's on purpose.
I think at this time he actually did do that. Remember that Super Bowl commercial for Winter Soldier?
No, I don't remember. I don't think I did.
Super Bowl Matrix commercial where he goes at Capital One, "What's in your wallet?" And he gets in the car and drives away.
I don't know. I might have watched it once and I don't remember it.
Yeah.
That is just a sick visual. Like those bodies, my goodness.
So now we're investigating this dead body. Oh, there's more than one. How many bodies?
My next logical question would have been, and you know this thing with the silicone how?
Like, then he runs away. Like, remember? I don't know if you've seen that movie "Kiss the Girls" with Morgan Freeman.
No, I have not.
Have not.
It's a really good movie. Y'all need to watch it. It stars like Ashley Judd, Morgan Freeman, and it's kind of about like an FBI agent named Alex Cross trying to hunt down a serial killer. And it's like woman gets away from him, the serial killer, but she's never seen his face, and so she's trying to show that she's not afraid of him.
That's like a book, isn't it?
Yeah, it's called "Kiss the Girls." Yeah,
Alex-
yeah. And then they did a sequel called what's it called? A Spider's Web or a spider? Along Came a Spider.
That's the one, yeah.
The second one's not very good, but the first one's really good. Second one's not about serial killer. It's about like an assassin kidnaps the president's daughter. You're just like, okay, that's far fetched.
Disclosure patient information screen.
Well, soul dance, and hell follow within him. It's like,
I was just about to
are you singing Johnny Cash right now? No. Sounds like Johnny Cash lyrics.
Let's say he's a good dresser.
You can never say
Hell
he
yeah.
doesn't have a fashion choice.
He has a lot of taste.
And how do you know that?
By the way, he's telling his therapist all this. By the way, I just want to point this out. I'm like, yeah, I think I can get away
I've
with
got-
it.
I've got ads.
Okay. So you got ads right now? I'm surprised Jason hasn't had an ad yet.
My ads usually come same time that Ryan says. But
I am staring at a commercial for IBS medicine.
I feel like I'm behind you guys, so I'm trying to catch up to you guys.
I think honestly,
All of
Hannibal
this-
really.
All of this could be solved with a little Pepto Bismol, but
All right. Now my ads are starting now.
this woman looks like Cassidy Freeman.
I need to watch The Righteous Gemstone. Like I always try to wait because I said with Danny McBride, I have a weird relationship with him. Where anytime I watch it, anytime I get really, really sick, that's when I start watching Danny McBride stuff because that's when it makes me laugh. And then after that, I just get over my sickness. Like Eastbound and Down, I watched all 3 or 4 seasons from that show and Vice Principals and all that stuff. You know, while I was sick as a dog, and I'm just like, I'm waiting for I get really, really sick, and then that's when I'm going to start Righteous Gemstone.
Righteous Gemstones is very funny. You will like it.
Oh, I'm sure I will. Like, I mean, I have not seen nothing that his. I even like. I like really Vice Principal. That's really, really funny.
I only watched like a couple of episodes of Righteous Gemstone, and I fell off of that. At least a couple of episodes of the first season.
Like I heard, like isn't like Bradley Cooper just appeared in like the episode in the last episode or something.
I don't know. I haven't seen that.
I know like Walt Goggins is in it, and people are like, "Oh, he's so."
Yeah,
funny.
he worked with Danny McBride on the Vice Principal show, which I
He
only
was
watched
great.
a couple.
That he was.
Did it get canceled after season 2 or 3 or something?
No, it didn't get canceled. They
Collins,
ended the show
Collins,
after.
Collins, I'm back now. Hit it.
Okay,
So what time are you on?
I'm at 22:29.
Okay, we're in the ballpark.
Well, you can always ask them, can they put your dog in your cell with you? Prison
I'm
dogs.
pretty sure that can't happen.
I mean, to be fair, okay, I mean, I'm not. I can't. I'm about to say. I was gonna say something that's gonna spoil the next season, but I'm not. I'm like, to be fair, something else happens where I'm like, that would never happen. So if I'm unconscious and I go and murder somebody, they can't hold me liable.
Dr. Bloom is basically pitching this man the insanity plea in the year of our Lord 2014.
You
It's
could
a
go and
bold
set somebody.
strategy, Cotton.
You could
It's
just
a
go
bold.
set somebody.
I feel shocked. They're desperately trying to give him the plea bargain for. Yeah, I agree with you. They are trying to give him without giving him prison sentences. Oh my god! Another trippy moment.
I hear Hannibal's voice. He's looking.
This
at-
almost seems like it looked like it could have been a video game cutscene out of a horror survival game.
You think Hannibal just sits there and just he's like laughing, just sitting there and at home listening, going, just laughing, going like, I
I
can't.
gotcha.
I actually truly think Hannibal feels bad for putting Will in this position. I don't think he really wanted to put Will in that position, but I think he kind of had no choice but to.
Yeah.
Because, oh my God, this is racism right here. Okay, this is Colt. This is
Dear Lord.
blackface in 2014. It's like, well, that not this would not age well in 2014 in 2025.
No.
It was a different time.
She looks like actually she actually looks like. Remember the girl with the dragon tattoo? The opening credit for the girl with the dragon tattoo.
Yeah.
This reminds me of that.
Don't forget it's human food. He likes to slip that shit in.
I'm sorry, but I would. I'm sorry, but if you put all that snakes on the table, I'm like, look, I'm not gonna be here. If there's gonna be a bunch of snakes on the table, I'm like, you can put a dummy version of me on sitting at the table, but I'm not gonna be sitting here.
Yeah, this show's definitely more trippy than the movies are.
Oh, for sure.
I mean, that's Brian Fuller's kind of like foray. He likes being having trippy.
I'm like, what's with all this weird imagery?
He's very Lynchy, David
Yeah.
Lynch.
Very, what's that show?
Like a twin, like Eraserhead, or Twin Peaks. I kind of feel like Twin Peaks was the basis for Hannibal.
I said, this does feel like Twin Peaks or something.
I've never seen any of his David Lynch's work. I've never seen any of it.
If you watch Twin Peaks, you would probably there's a lot of parallels to this. Her name was Laura Palmer.
So I'm guessing this is going to be another Killer of the Week episode.
Or, well, leading to it, yeah.
The guy was touching that dude's hand in the train. You have a nice skin, little creepy fuck.
In the words of Alanis Morissette, isn't it ironic? Don't you think?
I thought you were gonna say you ought to know.
Oh, well, that works too. And Final Destination Bloodlines looks better than I was expecting. Wait, the guy that said you have nice skin, is that who I think it is?
Yeah,
Bill?
Bill. Oh, you mean Buffalo Bill?
Buffalo Bill.
Yeah.
No, they couldn't. They could not use Buffalo Bill because
Well,
that's
they
part
couldn't.
of. That's part of. They said the book Silence of the Lambs. Anything that was created or originated in Silence of the Lambs, they cannot use. Which means Clarice is off the table, and so is Buffalo Bill.
Oh yeah, that's true. The same reason why they couldn't put Clarice in the show.
Yeah, they said Clarice was created like in Hannibal when Red Dragon. Then they could absolutely have brought her in. But the
That
thing
makes
is,
sense.
Ads.
They said they tried. Brian Fuller did say in season 2 he wanted to bring in Jamie Gump. and he said he asked them. He said, "Look," he goes, because they were developing at the time, not the show that aired, but they were developing another show for Clarice on FX, and they said, like, "Look," he goes, "we will let you use our Hannibal, and he could drop in and out of that show if you want, but if you just let us use Jamie Gump," and they said no. Then that show never got made.
So they couldn't come to an agreement, so they were screwed. So they
Yeah,
had to
'cause
work what they have.
Yeah, which they said it's really just more or less the producers, the guy who Dino De Laurentiis sold the rights to Silence of the Lambs to MGM, and then they made the movie, which was a huge movie. Then they were like, it's one of the worst mistakes they've ever made. They sold the rights to Silence of the Lambs, and MGM refused to give that book up. They're like, no, we're never giving it up. Because they even offered them money. They said, look, we'll buy the book back from you. We don't want the
They
movie.
probably were not expecting the movie to be this well received commercially and critically.
Well, what happened was Manhunt was the first, Red Dragon adaptation, and it came out and flopped hard. So they were like, they said, oh well, look, we have all this IP and nobody wants it. So they said, look, you want Silence of the Lambs? No, you can have it. We don't give a shit. And then like one of the worst mistakes Dino De Laurentiis made. And then after that movie became such a huge success, he told the writer, we want to make a sequel to Silence of the Lambs, but we want you to write the book first and then give us first dibs. And he wrote Hannibal, and then the book came out, and it came out the same time as the movie did, by the way, because he said he wrote the book and trying to rush it into production and rushed it and everything, trying to hurry up the book out in time. And then of course he also wrote the screenplay as well. But then Ridley Scott hated the script and had a writer from Gladiator do a pass on the script because he said he hated the book, and said so they made some changes. Like he said no. He said no. Like Clarice would never go like to the ball with Hannibal. Like she would never. Like no. He said no. Because in the book it's more of like how it's like more like Clarice and Hannibal's relationship is more like Will and Hannibal's relationship is.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
that's like
Makes sense.
But then that's what the writer of this was like. No, Clarice can't stand
Collins,
Hannibal.
I am back. Hit it.
Wow, he's dosing up with dope.
Yeah, it's like some heroin.
Regular Walter White over here. Breaking Bad, all right.
Breaking Bad.
This is one of the creepiest things ever in the show. Like this is one of the creepiest things.
I don't know what I don't want to know what he's spraying him with.
This is so creepy.
And he's alive when this is happening. So
Yeah.
God.
So what happened to their skin? Did they get burned or what?
It's silicone, Jason.
Damn, he was alive.
Okay, I know it's okay. All right. I was wondering. I was like, yeah, this episode's more like a two-parter.
Oh.
Oh, so it's a bit of a role reverse like what they end up doing in Silence of the Lambs.
Looks like they still need his expertise.
Mm-hmm.
Smoke him if you got him.
Matt, you okay?
Yeah,
I hear some police sirens going across the house.
it's from outside, dude. I didn't do it.
Yeah, Matt, what's going
I
on?
did not do it. I didn't do it.
He's
Like,
been
oh,
here the
shit.
whole
That'd
time.
be so fucking insane if the cop just busted in the middle of the live stream, like, what the fuck?
That'd be so.
Be like the episode of Cops. Instead
Yeah,
of just
it's
being
like-
a
it's
live
like
watch
you-
party
you
for
really
Hannibal,
wanted
this
to
is
see.
a live watch party of Cops episode.
We're going to question the three of you.
Bad boys.
Like, I had no idea this dude was a sick fuck. Okay, officer, I swear.
Hey, I can explain this.
There's
So
a
really, he's
perfectly
a idiot.
logical explanation.
There's a little P Diddy over here. All that baby oil in his cabinet.
Fuck off.
Color palette. Okay.
Oh, okay, yeah, okay. I know who this character is. First off, if that glass is yellow, it looks like piss. I would not drink it. I'm sorry if that's water or not.
Yeah.
I hope to God it's apple juice, but that looks like piss.
Yeah, like some tea or something.
Yeah, piss and O's enjoy.
It's like I was watching Better Call Saul yesterday, and like they were in the desert, and like he had nothing but he started pissing in a bottle, and he's like, "I don't drink." He says, "What? So I could be found dead with my mouth full of piss?" And he says, "I'm not drinking this piss." And finally, he just starts drinking his own piss. He's like, "Oh." I just started watching, just laughing my ass off.
What the hell? He's shoving a plastic tube down his throat.
Oh my gosh.
Oh,
Oh man.
That's how actually they do surgeries. Like I remember I had like
yeah.
they stick a pipe down your throat. They stick a whole thing down your throat.
Is he actually remembering what happened after his blackouts? It looks like he's having flashes.
Ugh.
Oh no, he's feeding a grown man his own ear. Oh no.
That's weird.
Oh my god.
Oh.
Oh, that's not nothing worse than I've seen like in Terrifier 3. Oh my god, they use rats and they do that with them.
I can't imagine.
Terrifier 3, they have a pipe, they stick rats down there, and the rats go down a woman's throat, and then he cuts her throat open, the rats come out of her throat. It's like, oh.
Well, that would lose your appetite right there. Like
It did.
I have had.
I don't feel.
Oh,
Not gonna lie. Out of everything some cannibal could feed me, an ear would be the least of my concerns. I'd rather eat an ear over a toe any day.
so it looks like that Will was having flashes of the time that he blacked out, giving us a little bit more answers to why he keeps losing hours of his life.
I mean, it's all Matt's fault, really.
Yeah, I know.
Matt's over here. The cops got rolling up on his ass and everything. They're gonna find out he's eating ears. They're gonna find an ear in this cabinet. He's like, "So, Mr. Wyatt, were you eating ears?" "No, I was not eating ears. I don't eat ears."
I can neither confirm or deny.
Like, yeah, find some toes in his cabinet. He's like, "Bro,
Just finding pieces of limbs in the fridge.
we got a regular." Which don't you live in like Michigan
No.
or is it Minnesota?
Why? Like, a lot of people ask me, like, you live in Michigan or Minnesota? Like, dude, I said like Minnesota like a million times, dude.
Well, I don't know. Okay, sometimes I know it's an M state. Okay, it's either Michigan or Minnesota, and I'm just like, Ed Gain was from Michigan.
I even had a second person ask me that when the person that a friend of mine who knows me and knows I'm from Minnesota and got the name mixed up. Like, it's super easy to remember.
Well, I sent you a shirt, and the sad thing is, I probably know you. I'm sure I found your address. I sent you to know your address, but I'm still forgot. I'm like, fucking Cliff.
Yeah.
To be fair, I forgot Ryan's address too. I was like, I forgot his. I was like Ryan, I know you live in Florida. What part of Florida? He's like, this is the part I live in. And I'm like, well, I'm sorry. I thought you lived in like Orlando. It's like, no, I don't live in Orlando.
I live about.
Thank God you're forgetting the address so you don't fucking stalk me.
Matt, you're the last person that ever I'd want to stop.
You
Probably
want to
find a dead
stalk
body
me.
in
You
your
know
house.
you want to.
Your shitty hot movie takes and everything with like a find a wicked fucking poster on your wall.
I'm back. Hit it.
Hit it. Every time you said hit it, and that reminded me of the fucking song. Hit it.
I want to rock like this. It takes two.
Takes two to make a thing go right.
Will is innocent. Free will.
I
Free
will
Willy.
choose free
I suppose
will.
Came from prison, or I guess he's going to be found innocent at some point.
Well, maybe not.
He can't stay in prison forever.
He might turn to an episode of Oz where you have like some guy named Big Bubba that shows up and he's like, it's ass pounding time, Will. And Will's like, oh shit. And then Hannibal's just sitting there. He's like, and then wakes up and he's like, why is my ass sore? And he's like,
My asshole's killing me.
Here's a legit question. What happened to Jack Crawford's wife?
Yes, they have talked about her.
Didn't she? Is she sick? Yeah, she got cancer.
She has an important storyline coming up, in which that actually is Lawrence Fishburne's real life wife in real life.
Oh, yeah, I remember her from Firefly, and she was in Matrix Reloaded.
Oh, she's in Firefly. Okay.
Yeah, she was in Firefly and Serenity.
And Matrix Reloaded, but you know why? Because she was married to Lawrence Fishburne.
Makes sense.
Then she left him because she I don't know why, but her and Megan Fox had the same thing where like they left their husbands to go and chase younger men.
Oh, Crawford knows.
Which, to be fair, that helped Megan Fox's career out a lot.
He believes that he's innocent. At least Crawford's willing to be open to the conclusion that Will is not the guy.
Hmm.
Will loves picking up stray dogs.
I mean, yeah, like Will's better than the guy in that movie Strays, the one who just like literally remember in the movie Strays how like that he keeps trying to abandon the dog and then
yeah. Oh yeah, that that was one of the most funniest movies,
Fetch,
most underrated.
Where he says fetch, and then I show up at the ball and he goes fuck. Me and my dad went and saw it. My dad loves that movie to death. Like he thought it was like freaking.
It's so stupid, but it's actually very fucking hilarious.
Stupid,
it's so funny as shit.
The whole purpose is they want to go in there.
Dude, the Dennis Quaid cameo just had me dying.
I've seen a lot of crazy shit. I'm Dennis Quaid.
I'm Dennis Quaid, and I've seen a lot of crazy shit.
I'm like, dude, you look at
that entire Quaid.
He sees every breeds of different types of birds, and he just writes in the name birds.
God bless Jack Quaid, though. He seems like a quality dude.
Dennis Quaid's a pretty quality dude. I mean,
no, I'm not saying he's not. I like Randy's the crazy one, Dennis is the mature one, and Jack Quaid is the rising star. There you go.
Yeah, that's correct. But the one thing that for Dennis Quaid that he was in the movie The Substance that got Oscar nominations.
Yeah, him eating
You want to know how good that movie is? It skated by on the evil studio executive being named Harvey, and no one complained.
I know. Harvey.
Give it time. I mean, Scream 3, it came out in 2000, and everybody around like 2025 was like, or 2020 was like, oh, Harvey Weinstein.
Well, there was no one named Harvey in that movie. Substance, literally, the man's name was Harvey.
Also,
And he-
there's a lot of the bathroom is The Shining. Literally, I'm like watching the bathroom, like
Oh yeah,
this is
that
the scene
was.
in the hallway. I'm like the same hallway. It's like they're basically the Overlook Hotel.
Uh,
It was a little bit of influence from The Shining too. Yeah,
yeah.
and it did have that big crazy body horror, kind of like The Fly.
Yeah, like the last part. Yeah.
Yeah, that's gonna scar your ass for life
Still better
and
than
lose your
Wicked.
appetite completely.
Still better than Wicked.
I called
I
it an
disagree.
Gollum and the Elephant Man put together or something. I don't know.
She looked like
Like they went back to the
looked
old
like the
school
creature
style
from
of
300.
'80s body horror.
You remember 300? Remember that little deformed guy?
Yeah,
on
yeah.
300?
Yeah,
That's
the
exactly what it
the
looked like in that
hunchback.
movie.
couldn't
Yeah.
raise his shield.
Exactly.
Leonidas, you are wrong.
It's his hand.
Oh, this is so fucked up. Oh,
Stuck to his face. Oh. Oh man.
oh.
Imagine
Yeah.
like you get cast in this movie or show, and you're like,
Yeah.
oh, you're gonna be
Wait.
naked
No, thank you.
in the dead body position,
Oh my.
put in a bunch of baby oil. And P. Diddy's a producer on this. No, P. Diddy's
Oh,
This
dear
is,
Lord.
oh my god, this is such a creepy fucking shot I've ever seen. This is like the Eminem music video, except it's in a fucking horror style.
no, Kanye music video.
This is a Hellraiser movie. This is the Pillar of Souls.
Remember Jeepers Creepers? Remember the whole body on the walls and everything in Jeepers Creepers? Remember
Yeah.
the Creepers house? This is what it reminds me of.
Is that the end of it? Yeah.
Yeah, that's the end of the episode.
Oh. The end of his guy.
So yeah, you're right. This is a two-parter episode. This looks like it ended on a cliffhanger.
It does.
Well, good Lord, what a way to start.
Damn, what a hell of a way to start this season.
I'm not gonna
Well, I
lie, I
know-
would be freaking creeped out too if I woke up naked and all these other people are naked. They're all just dead.
I would be on edge. It would be my worst nightmare coming to life.
Yeah.
Well,
I mean,
I know my score. So, Collins, what say you?
I'm gonna give this an 8 out of 10.
Okay, Matt.
Yeah, I'm gonna give 8 out of 10. This is a really damn good start of the episode. I mean, I like this episode more than the first episode of this first season, the premiere. This really amp up the ante of this.
All right, Jason.
Gosh, I'm giving it 8 too. I hate to be the same, but
But I was a little bit pissed that it ended on a cliffhanger. I wish they did
Yeah.
not do that. Because this was like a side story of the killer of the week, and except it's a two-parter episode.
Well, I am going to go a little higher. I'm going to go 9. I really loved this episode quite a bit. It was creepy. It was like the ear stuff. My Lord.
Ugh.
That was
God. Ugh.
I feel
That
like the appetizer was last season, and now we're into the good stuff. Because from the beginning with the fight scene all the way up to the lament configuration that it closed off on, like that was just great stuff. And that's on NBC. They allowed this.
yeah.
I know this wasn't like an R-rated show.
Oh,
I mean, to be fair, this was like, I mean, seriously, this was a oof, it was like, especially like especially, it just only can go up. I mean, it only goes up. Like,
I mean, I could definitely see this if it was done on like a cable show like AMC, but this is on NBC network television.
Yeah.
FX. Yeah.
I mean, I think really it is really one of those shows that I think you're really gonna like it. I really truly think you're gonna like it. You know.
All right, well,
I have no doubt that I will.
I hope you like it. I mean, you may not. Who knows? You might think this is shit. I don't think you will.
I don't think
I
that's
will say,
possible.
you
For a
we're
show
gonna
like this, that looks like it's a most promising show and not some generic network show that we've had on crime.
Then we'll say there are some things that's coming up that's going to get intense. There is going to be some even just as crazy stuff like this. We are going to be introduced to characters from the books that are coming this season.
That's what I'm.
Uh,
Yeah.
I can't say who, but it's only. I mean, there's really only there's a couple of characters coming up this season. You're going to be like, oh, that person, really awesome. You know, and we're gonna get like the story is gonna further because this is the epitome season, the penultimate season that nobody knows that Hannibal is behind all this, and this is kind of that season where it's like,
Yeah.
they built it up for 2 seasons of Hannibal helping the FBI before he is like the everyone knows the Chesapeake Ripper. And so like this is gonna be intense. It's gonna be intense. It's gonna be like invest in seatbelts in your cars because it's gonna be a hell of a ride.
Well, we'll pass it off to all of you. What did you think of the episode? Let us know. We'd love to hear what you have to say. And it's a privilege to do this show whenever we get around to it. Collins, what do you got coming up?
Well, we had a Batman Beyond Batman Terry coming up, but some asshole had to go to the movies on a Friday instead of a Thursday because apparently he's decided that Thursday didn't work for him anymore. So he decided, hey, to fuck us on Friday. Some asshole named Matt. But yeah, speaking of assholes, I'm gonna go see a movie. I'm gonna go see tomorrow night. I'm gonna go see Novocaine. So by the time Friday, I'll probably drop my review for Novocaine, and then of course Sunday now, because as long as nothing else happens and as long as nobody else has to go to the fucking movies, Sunday we're doing We're gonna do Batman Beyond, Batman Terry, and so that's what we got coming up. Batman Beyond episode 1 and 2 Rebirth. That'll be this coming Sunday, and
Okay, Matt Wyatt, what do you have?
Well, I just dropped my spoiler review of the 3rd episode of Daredevil Born Again, and like Jake said, I'm seeing Mickey 17 this Friday. I was supposed to see it last weekend, but we got a little sidetracked, so I will be putting up my review for that movie this weekend. And like Jake said, we are doing that Batman Beyond commentary for the first 2 episodes, and we'll be doing small talk for the C10 premiere for Smallville. We're getting into the final season. This was a crazy end of the journey for Smallville, especially with Ryan, who has never seen the show, and we're seeing him react for the first time.
Yeah, this coming Tuesday will be the edited version of the watch party, and if you didn't see it when it happened, let's just say I may have said some naughty words and may have pouted for a little bit like a 5-year-old and said it's not fair way too many times.
I think you're gonna like this premiere, Ryan. I think you're gonna like it.
Yeah.
Jason, what do you have coming up?
Well, I was gonna do a live stream today, but I had to reschedule it. And the 19th looks like I'm gonna have Briar from Briar's Music Showcase on to do my 20 question series where I ask a guest 20 questions, and I get that coming up mostly. Then I got a bunch of I'm ranking all the Spielberg movies. I did one video on that, so I need to do another video on that. Also, I started a video series on my 100 favorite movies from the 1980s. I did 100 through 91 so far, so I'll probably do the next 10 coming up.
Yeah, subscribe to all of these guys. Their links are below. As far as this channel goes, it's being edited once I'm done with this, but tomorrow I'm going to be uploading a review for Looney Tunes Back in Action because we're getting a Looney Tunes movie in theaters this weekend. 5 people know about it.
Dude, Back in Action is so underrated. I love Back in Action.
You know what? I rewatched that movie last year, and I actually really enjoyed it again. I'm like,
I remember watching it over and over again as a kid when it was on cable, and I didn't see this in theaters, but I think that this is one of the... I love the Looney Tunes Back in Action, and it's very underrated.
I feel bad that Joe Dante had to fight get his vision because the studio fucked him on the movie a lot because they kept arguing about the studio saying, "Oh, it should be like this," and he's like, "No, it should be like this." And Apparently, he shouted at them. They shouted into a shouting match with each other.
He
Yeah.
said in an interview that making that movie was the longest year and a half of his life.
Damn.
But that review will be up tomorrow, well, Thursday, if you're watching this after the fact. But got tons of other stuff coming up involving these guys, so stay tuned for all of that. But thank you all so much for watching. For Jacob Collins, for Matt Wyatt, for Jason the Old Millennial, my name is Ryan Cam. Bon appetit.
Sharpton for president, y'all. We're outie.
That's